Hello everyone, in this video I will explain how to process large JSON files and load it into the rows of a table. In my previous video we have seen the process to load JSON files into the rows of a table using the lookup activity. However, there are certain limitations with the lookup like which we can only return a maximum of 5000 rows or 4 MB of data. In this video, I will guide you how to process large JSON files and load them into the rows of a table using the copy activity. To implement this task, we need two tables and one procedure. The first table, temp_raw file, is used to store every object in the JSON file as a separate row. And the second table, raw JSON file, is used to store the JSON file in one cell as shown in the screenshot. This procedure takes a file name as input and it retrieves the data from raw file table and aggregates the data using the string aggregation function and then inserts results into the final table. This is how my sample JSON file looks. Let's implement this task practically. This is my sample JSON file. I have it in the source folder in Azure Storage account, and then we need to create the tables. Let's create these three tables. New query. Okay, first we are creating temp_raw file. It has one column raw data that holds max of varchar, and the second is raw JSON file. We'll create procedure to process the file. As I said, this procedure accepts the file name as an input parameter, and then it reads the data from the temp_raw file, and using the string aggregation function it will aggregate the data and inserts into the raw JSON file table. Okay, let's create the new pipeline. New pipeline. The first step is to get the file name. To get the file name, we use get metadata activity and select the get metadata. Get metadata. I'm renaming it to get file name. Go to settings. We'll create a new data set. My file is in storage account. Selecting the storage account, and the file type is JSON. So let me create one new linked service. Subscription, storage account, test connection. Create. Okay, and select the file path. Click on browse, source. I'm selecting the file, JSON file. Click OK. Import schema. So select none. Click OK. The next we need to select the file list. Click on new. We need the file names. I am selecting the item name. Okay. To verify, debug the pipeline. It got succeeded. Click on the output. You are getting the item name as the file name. Okay, and then next we need a copy activity. Using this copy activity, we read the JSON file and we'll load it into temp raw file table. Okay. Select source. Again, my source is the storage account, so I'm using the existing dataset. Make sure it is working fine. Click on preview data. Yep, as expected. Okay, then go to sync. We'll create a new dataset pointing to database table, SQL database. Continue. Create a new linker service, subscription, server name, database. Create. Okay. Select the table name. We need temp raw file. Click OK, and then next go to source. We need a calculated column that stores entire JSON file, so I'm creating a new calculated column. Say q raw file, and in the value select the column. Okay, go to mappings, click on import schema. The name, email address and phone, website, these are getting populated from the JSON tags, so we don't need this. Delete all this. This is the one we created now, raw file, and in the columns select raw data. Okay, and then connect these two. Using this copy data, we are reading the data from a JSON file and inserting it to the raw temp file table. Okay, next let's debug this. Got succeeded. Let's verify in the table. This table got populated with the data. If you notice that each element in the JSON file is coming as a separate row. Example, this is my JSON file and each element is inserted as a separate row. Okay, then next step is we need to combine all these rows into a single cell. For this we'll use the stored procedure. Go to ADF, take the stored procedure, combine, select procedure, go to settings, linked service. I am using the existing linked service. Refresh and select the procedure name and import. We have one parameter file name, so we need to pass the value for this parameter. So for that click on dynamic content. So we are getting the file name from the get file name activity. Select get file name item name. Item name will give the file name. Click OK. Okay, we already executed this pipeline. So we need to truncate the table. Go to sync and we need to drop the data from this table before loading it again, otherwise it will create the duplicate. Duplicate table copy this ADF. Okay, use this truncate statement in pre-copy script. So before loading the data, it will truncate first and then it will load the data. Okay, let's debug. Pipeline got succeeded. Let's verify the data. Okay. Now the table has a data. It has a ID. It's a auto-generated column and the file name and JSON data. Entire file content got stored in the JSON data column. Okay, that's it for this video. I hope you find this video useful. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.